Today, we're going to find out if I can turn this into an urban survival kit. So this is a Nintendo Game Boy Mint tin. And at first glance, it just looks like a collectible candy container. But the goal today is to turn this into a fully functional urban survival kit. Now, when you're working with something this small, space is extremely limited. So every single item has to earn a place in this container. When you're building a micro kit like this, the trick isn't just packing the gear in. It's choosing the right tools that solve the most problems with the least space. So I'm going to try to fit as much stuff as I can in here so it maximizes my space, but also provides most of the stuff that I'll be using day to day. We're going to start off with is we're going to need some money. It's always good to have some paper bills. First, we're going to stick a $50 bill at the bottom. The second thing we're going to do is put some paper in here. I got 3 pieces of paper, something to write on. Next thing, I sometimes don't have a place to wash my hands or sanitize my hands. So I have this pack right here. This is antimicrobial hand wipes. The next thing we're going to do is I like to have some type of medical supplies on me at all times. What I have here are 2 Band-Aids, and that will go right here. And then the next piece, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a magnet on here, and you'll see why in a moment. All right, so what I did was I actually took the business card that somebody had that was actually a magnet. So this is perfect because it's basically so thin that it would be useful. Next thing is you want something to cut. I didn't want it to stick any old knife. I wanted to make something practical. So I took a razor blade and I covered it in duct tape. 2 reasons. Number 1, you'll have something to cut with. You're using the duct tape as a handle so you don't cut yourself. But also 2, if you don't need to use the knife, you can use the duct tape for anything. I cut it in 2 different sizes. If I turn this over, there's 2 strips here. There's this piece this wide and also a thin piece this wide. I wanted to have 2 different widths of duct tape. If you don't want to struggle trying to peel duct tape off, take this and make a tag. I made a tag so it's easily accessible that you can take off the duct tape if need be. So that is my knife. That in here. Next up, you want something like a flashlight. I have the Lumitop CO1. This is 120 lumens. It's good enough for what I need to use it for. There's actually a special surprise in here. We talked about me wanting to have some medical stuff in this EDC kit. So what I did was I took, if you look at this cap, inside Tylenol medication. If I have a headache, I can take this until I get home to take some more.